Hi everyone, my name is Tim Reha, host of the Informed Health event here at UCSF. Super excited to have Thomas Geotz, who's a co-founder of Iodine. How you doing?
Very well, thanks.
So just amazing, my mind's been blown for the amount of just brains out of here and the creativity that's here. What is
until I came along.
Until you came along, yeah. But you know everybody's super excited. I know you're mobbed over here. There's like 15 people trying to get a hold of you. But what is your background?
So my background is I was a journalist, longtime editor at Wired magazine, and then I have an MPH from Berkeley, a wonderful school of public health there, and basically decided to stop observing health and innovation and start getting into it. So that's what we're doing.
That's cool.
I was lucky. I have a great co-founder at Iodine, Matt Mohebi, and we're building better tools for people to make good decisions about their healthcare.
Yeah, I remember reading you in the Wired back in the day. Yeah. I haven't seen Kevin Kelly in a while either. Is he still around?
Yeah, he is. Kevin is awesome. Yeah, he's one of my mentors.
Oh, cool. So the panel, what was the subject of the panel today?
So it was really looking at, I think, pragmatically, what can we make with data in terms of helping people make better decisions. I think Alvin was interested in the kind of clinical decision-making capacity, not in practice yet, but actually the opportunity to start tapping the existing EHR data. What we're doing at Iodine is really trying to measure patient experience or consumer experience.
Yeah, we were going into that.
Yeah, so the power of aggregating people's subjective experience in mass quantities, right, at scale. So thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of millions of people reporting granularly, how were they satisfied, what side effects did they experience, whether they thought a medication was worth it or not, whether they tried other therapies, surgery, lifestyles, physical therapy, whatever it may be. The idea is that in that data, because if we understand demographically who that person is, what they've experienced before, we can start to come out with patterns and help people make better decisions based on what people like them have succeeded taking or moving from one treatment to another. So that's really the tools that we're developing.
Interesting. So it's really fuzzy, but you're able to extract.
It's very fuzzy data, but the idea is think of like the way Yelp is able to synthesize, people going out to dinner into meaningful information. So the next time you make a reservation, you're going to actually have a better success getting to a restaurant that you actually like. Or the way Amazon aggregates people's, taste and reading in books or whatever, so you can get the book that you're actually going to like. Or Netflix doing the same thing with video. We're just trying to do the same thing with healthcare. We see healthcare as a consumer experience that doesn't recognize people's capacity to act as consumers. So we're starting that process. Yeah,
it's interesting. It's been the people who run healthcare, like the CFOs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so there's a reason the consumer hasn't been served in healthcare because they don't pay the bills, right? So the insurance company or the hospitals, they're the ones who kind of are driving the costs, and the people are called patients, right? They're not seen as customers, and so we're trying to recognize that they have that capacity to, move the needle on healthcare priorities and healthcare resources just as much as hospitals or practitioners.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty interesting situation. It's like, I go to the doctor, and I just felt like I should get more information, especially, maybe my perception is a little different than the average person. I get to see a lot, but I kind of it seemed like the interaction could have been better, and that would have probably put me in a different mindset. So I had to go get a second opinion and waste a bunch of time.
Yeah, well, so that's a great. I mean, I think there's what the experience you describe, or the experience people have when they enter the doctor's office and they have to fill out that sheet of, what diseases they've had or what their preference, if they've had any rashes on medications, and you have to do that again and again and again the same time. So in other words, you're starting from scratch every time. It's a very bad way of knowing who is walking in the door. So what we're trying to do is to create something that really maps that experience, maps what's happening to people, and then uses that to optimize what information we're presenting to people so that, they're able to drive to a successful decision, a successful treatment earlier than they would otherwise.
Sounds like a fun place to work. You guys hiring anybody?
We are. We need mobile developers like everyone. But the thing is, we need front end developers and mobile developers. But we have a mission, and we're able to kind of let people put their skills to actually doing something good for consumers. And the goal is to become the predominant consumer brand in healthcare.
Cool. Small goal.
Yeah, you heard about Iodine here first.
So is this announcing it here?
No,
I have.
We launched in September, so it's early days.
It's early days. Yeah, you guys are still early stage company. Yeah, and where are you based?
4 blocks from here on 3rd and Bryant in San Francisco.
So where's the after party dinner for the event? Because this is your hood. Where are we going to go?
Oh, you should go to what is it called? Yield. There's a wine bar right up down on 3rd Street.
Perfect.
That's my style. It's not a club, but
No, the wine bar's good. I worked at Seattle Wine Awards, so we go through it.
There you go. You'll like it.
So the last question is what do you find personally interesting right now? I mean, you see a lot of different stuff living here. What's hot?
Well, everything's hot. I mean, San Francisco technology these days, it's blowing up. Yeah, it is. And I was here in '99.
Yeah, me too. It was like 1015 Folsom just down here. We had a little tiny office.
What was that?
What were we doing there? Travel Key.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah. So I mean, I think a lot of what we're able to do now, it's in some ways what we're doing is not different from the way WebMD was trying to do it then, right? 15 years ago. The difference is that we're able to. I think a lot of what is promising is people who are taking a data approach rather than a content approach to what they're creating. Yeah. So even something like BuzzFeed, which is a content company, is taking a data approach. So that's what we're doing for healthcare. That's what I think the best companies are approaching whatever they do as text is data, and it is a different way of surfacing what is important for people.
Yeah, that's cool. And your content background allows you to kind of have.
Yeah, but they don't let me. I can write on the blog, but in the rest of the website, it's like they take sentences away from me. It's very funny.
So how do people link in with you guys, connect up, shoot a resume over to you guys?
Yeah, so we're at iodine.com, and you can find me personally at tgetz on Twitter, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from people who are interested in what we're doing and want to join the effort.
Awesome. Hey, everyone, that's Thomas Getz with Iodine. Thanks for being on the show, and good to catch up.
Yeah, pleasure.